This show is brought to you by PivX Private Instant Verified Transactions. With its groundbreaking zero-coin staking and masternodes, PivX is the top privacy currency. Feel free to trade some on Binance or Bittrex. And for more information, go to www.pivx.org. Hello and welcome to ITK Crypto. As ever, there's me, Tom White. I'm joined by Cryptosi. Hello, Cryptosi.
How you doing, Tom? You all right?
Very well, thank you. And we have got an excellent guest today. Really looking forward to chatting to Christine Jeong, who's from BizBlocks and Kaiser Wallet. How are you, Christine?
Pretty good. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. What I want to know straight away there, I mentioned BizBlocks and I mentioned Kaiser Wallet. Can you just explain the two?
Yes. Our BizBlocks is a startup which is ready to leap into comprehensive platform business company with decentralized system based on blockchain technology and improves credibility and transparency by combining blockchain-based security technology and independent hardware security system into general purpose business model. And our Kaiser Wallet stores private keys very safely in IC chip, and the keys can be blocked from any network. It is totally differentiated compared to other hot wallets, which save the keys online. With the IC chip, Kaiser Wallet provides strong security, compatibility, and high speed, and is very safe from hackings. That the digital assets of individual users and corporates are able to be secured perfect way.
What feedback have you had from people using this? They've been very impressed by the technology?
Yes, they are very impressed by our technologies because the security grade is very high. It's in smart card type. So our Kaiser Wallet is cold wallet in a smart card, like a debit card or credit card. And the security grade is EAL 6 Plus certified, and triple authentication technologies are combined. So compared to the existing USB plug-in type cold wallets on the market, our Kaiser is superior in terms of security grade and durability and reasonable price as well. And it also supports Android and iOS, while the other competitors don't support iOS, but we support both. And it's much easier to use because you can just tag it a few times and use it. And installing process is only 3 steps. It's compatible with more than 31 coins, very widely used and widely compatible.
Wow, and you mentioned a few why it's different to some other wallets, but I mean, industry standard wallets like Ledger and Trezor, what's the difference there?
Ledger and Trezor are kind of hardware wallet, but should be used connected to PC or laptop. At this point, they are connected with the network, which is vulnerable to the risk of hacking. Kaiser is not directly connected with any devices, and the user verification and transaction of cryptocurrencies are possible only with NFC or Bluetooth communication. However, Kaiser is safer than Ledger and Trezor wallets because it's not directly connected to any devices and verify users and transfer cryptocurrency only through NFC or Bluetooth communication.
Cryptosi, this to me sounds quite revolutionary. What do you make of it?
Well, yeah, it is pretty amazing. It is pretty awesome. The main thing that I think that users will find about the Kaiser Wallet that's special, it's the form factor. I think that's probably the killer feature. It's the form factor because it's like basically you're carrying around a credit card which acts as a hardware wallet. So at the moment, the Ledger and the Trezor, they're fine. They're small and you're probably not expected to carry them around. But with the Kaiser Wallet, you can actually carry it around like a credit card and use it. It is a pretty big deal. I haven't yet gotten around to testing it. And with the what Christine just said about the usability being so good, I haven't actually got a chance to test it yet, although I do have one ready for testing. So what we'll probably do is send it over to Jeff at Chockablock and we'll get him to do a video of his candid responses and a proper in-depth usability review on Smart Reach. So that will be pretty good to look forward to.
Yeah, that's a good idea, that actually. And Christine, it just sounds so much more user friendly. Was that the whole point, to just make it as easy as you possibly could?
Yes, it's very user friendly.
Yeah, it certainly sounds it. Christine, just but before we go into more detail, I want to know how you kind of got into this and got into crypto in the first place. What were you doing before that?
Actually, I used to work in global IT company and medical industry before, but I have been quite interested in this blockchain and the security technology. And I think it will open the new era. We are expecting the fourth industry. So I just came to join in this project. And I'm very proud of our project and confident of our team members.
I think you might have touched on this a little bit earlier, but to be sure, is Kaiser Wallet source code open source? And have you had, or do you plan on having an independent security or code audit?
Yeah, it would be dangerous to use a hardware wallet that's closed source, but companies build trust over time, and it's good that we have this level of transparency. Actually, we build the trust by sharing the feedbacks with users throughout our various communities, and it makes us to be more transparent and user friendly. And we are ready to provide our open source just a few weeks later. So please wait just a few weeks.
Okay, we will do. What we do, Christine, we speak to people here on ITK Crypto from all around the world, and we like to know how crypto is seen where they are. And I believe Kaiser Wallet is based in Korea. What's the climate like for crypto startups out there?
Yes, our company is based in South Korea, as Tom said. And I think the current climate for crypto startups isn't that good, as we might know. And the main coins are temporarily struggling with bear markets. But here in Asia, South Korea and China and Japan strongly believe blockchain industry will be the growth momentum to leap into the new fourth industry era, and our governments try to find ways to support blockchain research and development. And we believe that there's no everlasting rise or no everlasting downfall. The market condition related to crypto startups based on blockchain technologies will also recover in line with spreading of blockchain technologies. And this kind of thing reminds us of dot-com bubble a few years ago. Here in South Korea, we are suffering from serious inflation at the moment, and the interest rate is low compared to the US and other countries, and the value of currency is dropping due to the expansionary fiscal policy of our government. And there's risk in real estate and stocks because of the household debt. And it has very limited chance to increase. That's why many people are really interested in investing into crypto projects, and crypto is the attractive alternative to them, bearing high profit interest.
So does that make it more difficult or easier to acquire funding for a startup?
Actually, our government is preparing for the new laws because we just got a new minister to deal with this matters, and he said he will try to support the blockchain companies to develop the important technologies within Korea, but their position is not clear yet. So they don't have any strict, clear regulation about crypto funding and investment, but legally, ICO is not allowed, they said. But we are expecting that they will allow more blockchain companies to get investment through ICO in the near future. And they will support many blockchain companies to develop the blockchain technologies.
That's quite interesting because Cryptosi, when we do speak to people about the crypto climate, I suppose, around the world, Christine saying that there's been a minister, put in charge of that. We're based in England, we're based in Britain. Are we a little bit behind other countries? Are we a little bit ahead of other countries? Where do we compare to South Korea?
I think we're light years behind all of Asia when it comes to crypto. They're far, far ahead of us. So yeah, they're looking at it actively. I spoke to Christine before we came on air actually, and she was saying that they're actually planning to tax. They're planning actual taxation laws and things like that around crypto or ICO startups. So they're streets ahead of us in the UK and in Europe. And it was always a much bigger deal how Asia, in particular China, Korea, how they viewed crypto some years ago. So when China originally tried to ban crypto and ban ICOs, it sent shockwaves through the price. It was probably the reason why we had the first bear market I was involved in 2013, because start of 2014 was when the People's Bank of China was saying, okay, we're going to ban crypto outright. So what the Asians think of crypto, it's a massive deal because they're far ahead of us when it comes to crypto, far, far ahead.
But why does it, Cryptosi, and Christine, you might have an answer to this as well. Why does there seem to be, over here where we are, Cryptosi, so much kind of opposition to it and a heck of a lot of skepticism?
So you mean the people in other region?
Yeah, over here, Christine, but yeah, people over here don't seem to embrace crypto as much. It's not widely as embraced or encouraged. In fact, if anything, I get the feeling that people try to kind of stamp it out, these cryptocurrencies, because it's just different to how we've done things for years. Whereas in other countries, it seems to be embraced.
I think that one of the main reasons, is probably because of the need for crypto. I think what Christine spoke on it before, with the economic climate, having assets and having properties is not quite as lucrative as it is in the UK or possibly in America. And I know that I've heard, I've got a friend of mine who's Japanese, and he once said that leaving a property for your children in Japan was seen as a bad joke. Like, it's just not what you would want to leave for your children because the value of properties went down by so much. And I think because we haven't experienced that in the UK or in Europe, we haven't experienced that real need for an alternative. We're kind of not embracing possible alternatives as quickly as other nations, like nations in Asia or even South America, who really do need that alternative.
Yeah, that's quite an interesting way of looking at it, actually, because the way certainly I see things over here is if you can leave a property to your son or daughter, then you have, I suppose, succeeded in your life in passing something on. So I guess, yeah, that's maybe the difference in the way the countries see it. But it's very interesting. I was really interested to hear what you said there, Christine, about how it's been seen out in Korea. I'm going to get back to Kaiser Wallets now, because I've noticed that there's been serious talks about having PIVX added to Kaiser Wallets. Do you have any other currencies that you are targeting? And what criteria do you have to have for those projects?
This podcast has been brought to you by Rhubarb Media. Rhubarb Media are the branding specialists behind successful crypto projects such as PIVX, Vendible, and Libertaria. The Rhubarb style is both loved and respected the world over. So if you want your project to appeal to techies and everyday users alike, give Rhubarb Media a try. You cannot possibly be disappointed. Link is in the description.
First of all, we're closely discussing the major promising coin partners like PIVX, Bitcoin Gold, and Ethereum Classic, Ion, and Dentacoin, Zencash. So in the near future, we'll be also thinking of our fiat currencies to add payment features as well. So we are targeting the field of payment and withdrawal, as well as transfer as well within our Kaiser wallets.
What would those currencies have to have some specific positives that you would look for to allow them? Or would you be interested in having any cryptocurrency that want to be involved?
Actually, we found great partners that we can cooperate with. They are very stable and promising, like PIVX, and it's related to the payment. We can cooperate it and share our ideas to develop the further collaboration. So that's why we approached those promising coins.
Makes perfect sense. Cryptos, because there are some cryptocurrencies out there that, I'm certainly not going to swear, but they have a specific nickname. I mean, how do you spot whether a currency out there is worth investing in? And is it obvious if one is particularly bad?
No, I think Christine hit the nail on the head when she said it's about stability. So I guess what you're looking for is stability in development, stability in community management, stability in business development. You want to go for projects that you're quite sure will be around in 2, 3, 4, 5 years' time. One of the main signals to a project's future success is its past achievements. So a lot of the coins that Christine just mentioned are coins that are not new startups. They are coins that have been around for 2, 3 years. I'm not surprised at the main feature that Christine and BizBlocks are looking for is stability. I'm not surprised by that at all, because that's basically what I look for a lot of the time in projects is stability.
Yeah, you would do, wouldn't you? And Christine, something that everybody gets asked all the time, and our listeners always ask me in Cryptosi ourselves. They say, where do you see crypto being in 12 months' time from now?
We will list our Kaiser coin KISC on the major exchanges like Binance, Coinbase, and OKEx and Bittrex or Upbit. At least on 2 of them, we will be listed by the end of December. And besides, by supplying our Kaiser wallets on the market, we will increase our users and they will pay the gas fee with our KISC. In this way, we will extend our user base and strengthen the collaboration with the major coin companies. And our hardware security technologies will be developed throughout this kind of collaboration and users.
Yeah, so Chris, you've got a very clear plan of where you want Kaiser Wallet and BizBlocks to go in the next 12 months, and it sounds like beyond that as well. Cryptosi, that was sometimes, I mean, that's probably the most succinct answer that we've had, and succinct, like the most clear answer that we've had from anyone that we've interviewed. This company is certainly impressing me. What have you made of it? I mean, what Christine says is very exciting.
Yeah. I think Kaiser Wallet it's a very promising project, a very new startup. So it remains to be seen what will get achieved. But it's great to see that they have got the this roadmap set out so accurately. But I think Christine slightly misunderstood the question. So what we really wanted to know, Christine, is where you'd see Bitcoin and the entire crypto industry. So all of the cryptocurrencies and all of the industry around it. Like what sorts of things or what sort of state do you see it being in 12 months time from now? Like how do you see crypto overall being in 12 months from now?
I see. I'm sorry. We think that the crypto, including Bitcoin and the major coins, will recover because they are struggling with the bear markets now. But it's just caused by some hard fork Bitcoin Cash, just temporary reason. And many people sees that it's necessarily needed. The technologies of blockchain, it's necessary thing for us to go to the fourth industry world in the future. So I think it will recover and many investors will get back to the crypto market again. So that's how I think, how I expect.
We certainly hope you're right. I mean, that sounds like a positive answer to me, Cryptosi.
Yeah, I'm so glad. I'm very pleased with that. That's put a smile on my face. Let's put a smile on my face.
Good. And Christine, something we'd like to ask all of our guests is if you had to go all in on a project, which would it be and why?
We released our first project, Kaiser Wallet, the cold wallet, and it's now being sold on the market. And we are very confident of our technologies to store the private keys very safely in the hardware security system. And this is our main field and focus at the moment. So we will develop and keep researching and developing regarding this private key storage technologies.
Okay, and Christine, I've just been just looking on. I wanted to ask if where people can go to find out more about you, and I've just found on Twitter a Kaiser Wallet at BizBlocks7. That's your official Twitter page, is it?
Yeah, we have our official Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and our own sub Reddit inside the Reddit community. And if you want to talk with other users, our other Kaiser users, feel free to join in our Kaiser community in Telegram. And there's also LinkedIn and Instagram and Steemit communities as well.
Wow, you're everywhere. Brilliant. That's great news. Everyone can find out more. That's a good idea. And I sometimes get in trouble from Cryptosi, Christine, because I sometimes end the interview without letting Cryptosi ask some final questions. Has anything jumped out at you, Cryptosi, to ask Christine that the listeners will be desperate to hear?
No, there's only two things I guess to follow up with is that we need to get a Kaiser Wallet usability review done. We need to get that done so that people can see it, because I think until you've actually seen the hardware, that the hardware wallet is a credit card, I don't think it will hit home. And I also want to see what the interface is like on an Android or iOS. So I'd love to see that. The fact that they're in so many places, the community is so varied and so spread out is good. That's a great starting block. So what we'll do is we'll make sure we link all of those places where you can interact with Kaiser Wallets and BizBlocks. We'll link all of those in the description. And I haven't really got any other questions. It just all sounds great to me.
Well, we need to get that sorted then, don't we, Cryptosi? Get what you were talking about there. We need to get that sorted as quick as possible so we can, get a bit of a user review.
Yeah. We'll try and get that done before the new year.
Brilliant. Well, Christine, thank you very much indeed. It's been a pleasure to have you on ITK Crypto today, and we look forward to getting a bit of an update from you later on, maybe early next year. Sorry, Christine, I was just thanking you and saying hopefully we'll get a little update on how Kaiser Wallet is going from you.
Yes. You said throughout the community users, and we can show you how it works, and we can explain more about the interfaces, like you said. So it will be our pleasure. Thank you.
That will be perfect. Thank you, Christine, and thank you, Cryptosi.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tommy.
This show is brought to you by PivX Private Instant Verified Transactions. With its groundbreaking zero-coin staking and masternodes, PivX is the top privacy currency. Feel free to trade some on Binance or Bittrex. And for more information, go to www.pivx.org.